Hello, everyone. I don't know why that just happened. Okay, so I just heard the 911 call and was like, I need to go live. So I immediately came on. I don't even know if anybody's here. Oh, someone's here. Hi, whoever's here. We're going to listen. Aquarius. Thank you. We're going to listen to the 911 call. Let's give it a second for people to come in. Did you hear it yet, Aquarius? I listened to it like 55 times. So you didn't? Oh my God. Well, I'm going to start it in about 1 second. So I came home from work and I just put on YouTube and was like, whatever, you know, and all of a sudden it came up and I was like, wait, is this a joke? And I thought it was just another creator maybe reading it. I've done it. So here, let me tell somebody. So, but I heard, it said full 911 audio and I died. So I'm jumping on so we can hear it. So I'm just going to start it. And then if anybody joins us, they join us. If they don't, they don't. But let's listen to it. Why make it you wait any longer? Okay, here we go. Just share my screen. Oh, that's not what I was trying to share. Okay. All right. So before I start this real quick, you guys, I just want you to know that this is from Gray Hughes Investigates. Okay. So Gray Hughes Investigates is the one that put this out. Obviously, you'll see that as we look at it. But oh my God, let me just shut up and put it on. Thank you, Gray Hughes.
2020.
Oh, wait.
It's on YouTube. Please hit that. Apparently, the 911 call is out there now. So here it is.
11:55 a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
911 location of your emergency.
Hi, something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.
Okay. And is that a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
Can you repeat the address to make sure that I have it right?
I'll talk to you guys. We live at the White, so we're next to them.
I need someone to repeat the address for verification.
The address, 1122 King Road.
And what's the phone number that you're calling from?
3731.
And tell me exactly what's going on.
One of the roommates has passed out, and she was drunk last night and she's not waking up.
Okay.
Oh, and they saw some man in their house last night. Yeah. Hi,
And are you with the patient? Okay, I need someone to keep the phone, stop passing it around.
Can I just tell you what happened pretty much?
What is going on currently? Is someone passed out right now?
I don't really know, but pretty much at 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come. Come on, but we gotta go check. But we have to. Did you pass out? What's wrong? She's not waking up.
Yeah. Okay, one moment. I'm getting help started that way.
Okay, thank you. What's wrong?
Okay, and how old is she?
She's 20.
20, you said?
Yes, 20. Here's one.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, I need someone to stop passing the phone around because I've talked to 4 different people.
Okay, sorry, they just gave me the phone.
Is she breathing?
Hello?
Is she breathing?
No.
Okay.
Bethany, or Dylan, I need you to talk to them, okay? I can't talk to them, I need you to talk to them.
Hello.
Okay. I have already sent the ambulance and law enforcement. Stay on the line. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
Say that again. There's a police here right now.
Okay. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
We don't have it. Do you have a defibrillator?
Yeah.
Yes, we have one.
Are you talking to the officer?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to let you go since he's there with you and can help you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay.
11:59 a.m. 49 seconds, November 13, 2022.
Oh my gosh. That was horrifying. So, oh my God, I don't even know where to start with that one. So one, who do you guys think was breathing heavy like that? Was that, oh, I just made myself even smaller. There we go. Who do you guys think was breathing that heavy? That was so sad, wasn't it, Aquarius? We're going to hear it again. So apparently there's like 3 different audios of it. Like I guess there's multiple agencies when you call, which is probably how the transcript got a little bit messed up if you like listen. And it did sound like a guy to me too, Truth. But then I thought about it and I'm like, wasn't it? Who was on the phone? Was that Bethany or Dylan? I think it was Dylan, but I'm not positive. I don't know if you guys know. But like, I'm just at a complete, like that was just so sad. Should we hear the next version of it? There's 3 different, and again, you hear pretty much the same thing, but I'm like in shock. Who wants to come up? Let me put the link out there. Tonight's going to be chill night. I didn't have like anything. Usually I come on here with like a presentation, stuff like that, but I didn't even get a chance to do that because I literally heard this right as I got home from work and jumped on. So let me drop a link. Invite, here we go. And then hopefully Nina or Truth or Aquarius or whoever will come up and we could talk about it. I feel like this is one of those things where it would be easier like to bounce off of somebody else. So if somebody wants to come up, I'd be so thankful. Especially Nina and Truth, since you 2 are very knowledgeable on the subject. Aquarius, you're knowledgeable too, and more than welcome to jump up too. Whoever wants to come up. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to play the next part of it because you do hear like little things in between that are a little bit different. But they're all pretty much the same. But you'll hear like, I have headphones on. I didn't have headphones on when I did this the first time. So with headphones on, I feel like I'm hearing even more than I was. So I don't know. I don't know that I like that, but let's see. Thank you again to Gray Hughes Investigates. And Gray Hughes, just so you know, I donate it.
11:55 a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
911 location of your emergency.
Hi, something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.
Okay. And is that a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
Can you repeat the address to make sure that I have it right?
I'll talk to you guys. We live at the White, so we're next to them.
I need someone to repeat the address for verification.
The address, 1122 King Road.
And what's the phone number that you're calling from?
plus 3731.
And tell me exactly what's going on.
One of the roommates has passed out, and she was drunk last night and she's not waking up.
Okay.
Oh, and they saw some man in their house last night. Yeah. Hi,
And are you with the patient? Okay, I need someone to keep the phone, stop passing it around.
Can I just tell you what happened very much?
What is going on currently? Is someone passed out right now?
I don't really know, but pretty much at 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come on.
Since we heard it already, you guys, in this part here, is anybody else like annoyed that they didn't let her tell the story? I mean, I do understand, I guess, if there was a passed out person and you stopped responding to the passed out person. Hi, Texas. Texas, did you hear this yet? Hi, Cat Shark. Did you hear this yet? This was just crazy to me. I don't know. But can you believe that the operator didn't let her talk in the transcript? I was like, oh, this must be like missing here. You heard it. Isn't it so sad? But I could have sworn that there was like a lot of missing chat in there, but there wasn't. So I'm actually surprised by that. There wasn't as much as I thought. And I really wish that the 911 caller would have let them go. All right, let's keep going.
You gotta go check. But we have to. You have to. What's wrong? He's not waking up. Yeah.
Okay, one moment. I'm getting help started that way.
Okay, thank you.
Did she say, she said poor Kaylee, right? Hi, Truth. Thank you for joining me. Are you muted?
Mm-hmm. Hey.
You said it. Mm-hmm. What do you think of this so far?
I don't know.
You don't know? Do you think anybody went upstairs to see Kaylee, you guys?
Yeah, I do.
You do? Because she says, poor Kaylee. And that was sad, right?
It sounds to me like Hunter didn't want them coming into that hall back where that room was.
Yeah.
You know how you go up the stairs and turn right? There's the banister. And her room's kind of down the hall to the left. I think he was trying to keep them out of that.
Do you?
I think Hunter was trying to keep. That's why they still didn't know that, you know, they were unrevivable. You know what I mean? I think Hunter
Who do you think?
I don't think he wanted to tell them that they
Oh.
were deceased. I think he tried to shield them from seeing that. And I believe when they went
Well, you're right,
upstairs,
because it sounded like they were outside, right? Or something, because she says, let's go, I'll go with you.
it sounded like they didn't get the damn doors open until they made the 911 call to me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear?
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. You know, it's like they couldn't get the
No,
doors
you're right.
open and nobody was answering calls, and they thought they assumed they were in there unconscious. So they called the law. And then when they get on, you know, they Sounds to me like Hunter's the one that got the door open. And then he tried to protect
Oh,
them.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. I see.
I mean, that's what I gathered
Because
from it. I mean, I could be wrong, but
no. Because when they first call, they say, like, I think they're probably either downstairs or outside or something. And then because she says, come on, Bethany, you have to go with me. We have to go. Like, I guess Bethany says, like, I don't want to go. I would have said the same thing probably. But she's like, no. See, yeah, I hear you. They didn't see blood. I don't know. I don't know about not seeing blood. Who do you think the heavy breathing was, real quick?
I don't know because the neighbors were there too, and everybody was passing the phone around.
Yeah, the 911 caller was getting so annoyed.
So I don't have any idea. Not unless it was the male neighbor. No, that was Hunter. It's probably Hunter.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
so
awful.
these are both the same type of questions. So from Texas and Cat, Paco 27. So why would they see blood? It was contained in the immediate area and the doors were closed. I think so, probably. Well, you know what I was thinking? Because didn't the coroner say this was like the most violent crime or bloodiest crime or whatever? So the only thing I could think of is that he covered her with like a blanket or something so that when you open the door, it just looked like she was laying on the floor with a blanket over her, because how else would they not, you know what I mean? Like maybe they were shaking her, like, Xana, wake up or whatever. Or not shaking her, but like trying to like, but maybe she was under a blanket, because I can't imagine why else you wouldn't be able to, like, I don't know. I'm so confused. And at one point, I feel like they did get close enough, because I feel like the guy was at Hunter. I feel like Hunter was close enough because you could hear him saying Xana. So like he was definitely close enough.
Hunter's
But
the one that said, "Get out of here! Get out! Get out!"
do you think? Okay, that was my other thing. Do you think that's when he saw Ethan?
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Me too. I think that's when he saw Ethan and he like realized at that point, what are the chances of both of them being passed out, and or saw something like blood or something that made them realize what was going on. And he says, get out.
And I
Because
think it sounds like the roommates made a decision to go on upstairs and check for Kaylee and Maddie and walked in on that. And that's when you hear her say, "Poor Kaylee."
so wait, right here it says 4 adults screaming for their life, but we don't really know that, do we? Like, we don't know that anybody was screaming for their life. I think that's what we're all wondering, Kat. Like, we could all assume. And from what they say, like, stab wounds are the one of the worst,
Well,
worst because they're so painful.
when a stab wound happens, you're not going to scream. The first reaction you have is to hold your breath, like, because you're in shock.
But what if you're in the same room? Like if me and you were in the same room together and you got it hit, like whatever first, I might scream. So I am curious about that.
Right. That's why this was an element of surprise. Because you don't hear anybody, not even the roommates talking about they heard screaming.
And when she says, "Can I pretty much tell you what I heard?" She says at 4 a.m. and the woman's like, "Can you just like tell me if there's somebody passed out right now?" And again, I think I get it. I think the point of that was if there was any way to save whoever it was that was passed out, like we should be focusing on her first, and then we could, like, you could tell me the story. But knowing what we know now, I wish she would have just let her talk. Don't you?
Yeah, in a way, but I mean, I can understand that was. I can understand why Hunter wouldn't say no, they're dead in front of those girls, because he didn't let them go down the hall. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But they still went upstairs because I believe they went upstairs and they checked on Maddie and Kaylee and saw that, right after seeing Ethan and Xana. I believe Ethan and Xana was found first.
That's
Then they went
horrible.
upstairs.
Oh, I was going to say, because she says poor Kaylee, right? So what do you think made her say poor Kaylee? Did you hear that part where she whispers it? She goes, poor Kaylee, poor Kaylee. Like, I wonder, like,
I think that's when they went upstairs and they opened that door and actually seen that. All she could.
So I think we were right before when we were talking to Jeff and stuff about this too, like the three of us, and we all kind of agreed. I think the doors were shut, but I think the kids opened the doors. And then that's why the police, because don't the police have to write exactly what they see or hear when they
Exactly.
So
they have to write it from their point of view upon entry.
Exactly. So if the door was already open by the time they got there, you know what I mean? Then the door was already open. And then the defense can use that and say, well, the door was already open. So wait, real quick. What do we have here? Which one? Okay. So they were long gone. So the smell. This is the thing, right? So you know what I think of when I think of this? Because everybody was saying about the smell. And then I thought of the Jodi Arias case. Do you remember that case? Do you remember Travis Alexander was in his room?
And the back slider door was open. It was like 30-something degrees that night. And the colder something is, the more it kills the smell.
Yeah, so I don't even know that the smell would have been that bad because
the doors were shut.
Yes, and Travis Alexander's friends were in the house for like 6 days before they realized that he was upstairs. So, and they said that, they eventually started smelling it, but it wasn't until like day 5 or 6 that they started smelling something bad. So 8 hours, I don't know that we would have smelled anything. And then we have when HJ says get out, he sees something bad. I totally agree, Texas.
I don't doubt the scent of blood would have been thick in the bedrooms, but with the doors shut, why would it be thick on the outside?
Wait, say that again?
Why would the scent of blood be strong on the outside if the doors were shut and the back slider was open? It was, so cold.
Well, let's be honest, truth. Most people aren't in the situation. So I think a lot of people go off of what they're told, you know what I mean, by others. So, but I think of the Travis Alexander case because that's not just somebody that we're told by others. Like, we know for a fact that he was there for like a week.
Okay, and how old is she?
She's 20.
20, you said?
Turn it back on.
Yes, 20.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, I need someone to stop passing the phone around because I've talked to 4 different people.
Okay, sorry, they just gave me the phone.
Is she breathing?
Hello?
Is she breathing?
No.
Okay.
Bethany, Dylan, I need you to talk to them, okay? I can't talk to them, I need you to talk to them.
Hello?
Okay. I have already sent the ambulance and law enforcement. Stay on the line. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
Say that again? There's a police here right now.
Okay. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
We don't have it. Do you have a defibrillator? Yes, we have one.
So are you talking to the officer?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to let you go since he's there with you and can help you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Okay.
11:59 a.m. 49 seconds, November 13, 2022.
Okay, so real quick, let's look at some of these chats real quick. So, Kat, you were saying that you can't kill people without noise. No, because Kaylee and Maddie were together. One saw the other die. But you have to remember, this happened so quickly. He could have already killed Maddie and then seen Kaylee. And then, like Texas said, Dylan thinks at the time that Kaylee's playing with the dog. So Kaylee did make noise of some sort, you know what I mean? Enough to where she thought that she was playing with Murphy. And I think, didn't Anne say that she heard someone come down the steps or whatever, and or she heard one of her roommates run down the steps, but that can't be true because we know now that those roommates were expired upstairs. But what does that mean? Like, what if she tried to start running down and he like grabbed her? Or what if that was Xana like running up to check what a noise and
I don't
realize
think
that
that
something
happened.
bad.
It gives them time to scream.
Oh,
It
but
gives them time
say
to
somebody's
scream.
in the house.
Yeah, but I think that was Xana. I think Xana came out of that room and saw that slider open, said, "Someone's here," like a question mark. And I believe Bryan had slipped down the stairs and went into that room and killed Ethan. And when Xana walked back in, she got it. I don't think any of that happened in that part of the house. I don't think he grabbed anybody.
What do you think about what Kat says? There's a good theory about how Xana went down for her fast food and encountered the killer and ran back up to Ethan.
It would have gave her
Could that
time
be
to
the
scream.
steps?
It would have gave her time to scream.
That's true. And Dylan didn't say she heard a scream, but she did hear enough noise that on the third time she yells out, "Shut the fuck up!" Like, cause
Shuffle.
So this is the thing. I think we have to like remember, you guys.
And you just think about it this way: if I'm Dylan, and let's say my room is right there, and I can hear people go up and down the stairs all the time. You make a log of what people sound like when they go up and down the stairs, whether you want to or not. I can tell the difference between my 80-pound pit bull going down the stairs and my 40-pound pit bull going down the stairs. Kaylee was heavier than Maddie. It could have been Kohberger coming down those stairs, and she just thought it was Kaylee.
I see. Oh, I see. Yeah, but don't you think he would have
into that room before Xana walked back in? He probably just
don't you think he would have tried to like tiptoe?
Well, I mean,
or maybe not.
Tiptoe.
He could have been in a rush.
You know, stairs are still going to creak. I'm 125 pounds, and I can't creep down my stairs.
Are you? You're
I can't creep down I can't creep down my stairs without somebody hearing it.
All right, maybe I can take you. You're 125 pounds. I got that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm scared to death of you.
I mean, you get used to sounds is my point, and she could have easily mistaken the killer for Kaylee.
Well, not just that. So
about hearing somebody going down the stairs.
No, right. So, Kat, I do agree. So the stabbing is personal and intimate, and a crime of passion, really. And even Bryan told a classmate that the cops thought it was. She's right about that. Do you guys remember that? That he told. He said that. I think it was to that roommate that asked him to go to the pool party with him before. The one that his dad asked if he would like befriend. He says that Bryan said to him that the police think it was a crime of passion. So I do agree with that part. It is a very intimate crime. But as far as hearing
but Bryan probably wanted them to think it was a crime of passion. If he was
yeah, but a crime of
keeping
passion
an eye
means
on
it's
them
intimate.
from a yeah, I understand that, but what I'm saying
because
is,
it's close, it's like personal.
No, what I'm saying is if he was doing the surveillance that we think he was putting in, he would have known that they were broken up at the time. He probably tried to make that crime look like a crime of passion.
Then you think he really had enough time to make anything look like anything?
No, I mean the brutality of it being a knife. You know, that everybody thought the boyfriend did it at first. I mean, think about it. And then Bryan says it looked like a crime
I see what you're saying. But
you know
also yes, I know what you mean. But also remember that, and in my opinion, he had a knife, I think, from before, and now he has a knife. So I do think that if he had to choose a weapon, that he would like choose a knife again. So I don't know that he did that as whatever, but I'm sure he might have thought of, well, they'll probably just think it's boyfriend or whatever because it's a crime. But I think he thought of it more too, though, as like, for him, whether he knew it was a crime of passion, like I think he picked a knife on purpose as opposed.
Oh yeah, he did pick a knife on purpose. That's
yeah, right.
I mean, we know that because there's Amazon receipt with it. I think he picked that knife because it's his initials backwards. K-bar is KB, BK.
Yeah, so everything starts to this is a good point, Texas. Everything starts to decompose immediately, but that doesn't mean that it smells. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Monday night I usually do the live, but my friend, and my colleague, her father-in-law died like literally 3 minutes before we were about to go live, and a couple of days before that, one of my very closest friends passed away, and I'm heartbroken about it. And even with him, like they found him later, so I don't know what that whole smell thing. I think it really depends, right? Like I guess you start to, I don't know. I hate to even think about it. Like about what somebody, like I couldn't imagine. And all right, so let's talk real quick about why Dylan might look shady to others, because I don't want I think that it's a shame that anybody, like all of the creators, um that said Dylan did something, da da da. If that was Dylan on the phone, that girl did not know what was happening. I don't think. Like I never thought she did, but I definitely don't think so. She was like panicked, and she even says something happened, but we don't know what. And she must have said to the neighbor that they saw a guy the night before, and that's why they were scared to go up. Whatever the case may be, so that because the neighbor's the one that told the 911 caller that. So she was the one that said to the 911 caller, they said, oh, yeah, and they saw a guy come in. So they didn't say, she wasn't like, wait, what? You saw a guy? She was like, oh, yeah, like they saw a guy come. So they must have already told the neighbor that, right? So I think what Kat was saying before about Dylan and her not calling 911, I try to put myself in Dylan's shoes. I have a daughter that's almost the same age, Kat, and I also can remember living in a dorm. I mean, I'm 46, but it wasn't a lifetime ago, I remember, and my daughter too. Like when you're the new person in town, or even when like you're living with a bunch of people, you don't think that anything bad like that's going to happen. So to you don't call the cops, because if you call the cops, didn't they already say like if you get caught again, you get a $300 fine? Like so,
Yeah.
and if they were drinking, like I don't think calling the cops was ever a thought, because I don't think that Dylan. Like, I think she was scared, right?
I don't
'Cause she
think
says,
she
"I'm
would have
scared."
even called the law if Ethan and Xana were fussing. I don't even think she would have called the law.
Exactly, me either. So and again, even with seeing the guy, you try to rationalize things, right? Especially when, like, how many of us are like, "Oh, there must have been a quadruple homicide." Like, that I don't think that that's what you're
Dylan
thinking.
was so
So,
far away from her mind, she thought the dude was carrying a vacuum cleaner.
yes, a
And it was
vacuum
more than
attachment.
likely, and it was more than likely the kill bag and the K-bar, because the K-bar blade is black. It looks just
Oh.
like a vacuum cleaner attachment. So you put both of those things together in the same damn hand, it's going to look like a vacuum cleaner. A small handheld vacuum cleaner with an attachment.
That is very true. So wait, thinking that's a good point, Truth. So if she thinks that there's a guy walking through, like this random dude, and he might be carrying a vacuum cleaner type thing or
And then
attachment,
she's
like,
drunk.
and she's drunk. So she must have been like, oh, somebody, or that's something that somebody left here and they just stopped over to grab it real quick. Maybe
Oh no!
seeing something.
One of these drunks must have spilled some shit and need to clean it up. I mean, anything.
Anything. And I think anything, but not just that. I also think that having something in his hand helped her rationalize what she was hearing. So to her, in my head, again, this is speculation, but as somebody who studies psychology and stuff, I would think that by seeing something that she thought was a vacuum attachment, so that's not going to be very she didn't say she thought she saw a knife or a gun, right? So she thought she saw a vacuum attachment. That says to me that even if she did think that something was scary, that she now put something that isn't dangerous in the person's hands, and therefore had to have thought, oh, they must have left something here. It must have been one of the.
She's trying to dismiss shit and make sense of
Yes.
it, and
Yes, and I don't think she
none
ever
of it
thought that it
comes
was
to the
that.
conclusion of murder. None of it.
Oh, Kat says, didn't Kaylee text Jack, her boyfriend, for help? No. That was like an hour or two before. I think they were like drunk texting type thing. Like, you know
She
what I
was
mean?
drunk texting her ex wanting to get back. Even when they
I
were
was
walking
gonna
back
say
from the
everybody does
corner
that.
club, she said, I told Adam everything. Adam and her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, were roommates. So she told Adam everything, and he was trying to tell her that they needed to get back together. And that's what the whole corner store thing, I told Adam everything. That's where that came from. And everybody tried to turn that into something so nefarious.
Oh, yes, Texas, I agree with you. So Texas says, I think Xana ran into BK outside of her room at some point. I totally agree, which is why I think that was some of the commotion that she heard, that Dylan heard. And then Dylan opens the door and says, shut the fuck up. I think that's when that happened. So I think that's when she ran into him. And I guess she made enough noise that now Dylan's annoyed and she's like, all right, you guys, like, enough now. You know what I mean? Like, stop. I'm trying to sleep. It's 4 a.m. So, and I don't know. Do we know that to be true, that she opened the door and said, shut the fuck up? Where did we hear that from? Oh, the PCA, wasn't it? She didn't, I don't know if she said shut the fuck up, but she said, no, I don't think that's in the PCA. If Jeff were here, he would yell at me right now for saying that. So I take that back. I think that was things that we heard afterwards. So we don't really know that she said that. So Texas first cop there said the smell of blood was overwhelming. Hi, Delby. So this is the thing, Delby. I don't, just like I just said that she said shut the fuck up after the 3rd time she opened the door, I then walked it back because after I thought about it, that's not what the PCA says. So that's things that we heard. So I think that same thing with the cop. And again, I'm sure there are people that are close to the crime and stuff like that that say those things. But until we really hear it in court, I don't know that. And again, what is that like? So the smell of blood was overwhelming. But if they were in Bethany's room with the door locked because, you know, she runs downstairs and they lock the door, I don't know that they would have even smelled anything. Oh, and the basement door, didn't a neighbor say, and again, this would be speculation, just like I'm telling Delby not to do, right? But didn't the neighbor say that the door was open in the basement? Not the basement, the bottom floor. We don't know if that's true or not, but that was like the report that the neighbor walked their dog at like 8 a.m. or something and saw that door was wide open. So if that's the case, then, oh, truth, you were saying about him leaving the back sliding glass door open, which would have gotten rid of some of the smell. Could he have then came back in and then went out the other way and left that door open as well, just in case for the same thing? Or do you think he didn't even think of all that?
I don't think he left the slider open because it would have knocked down the smell. I think he left the slider open because he didn't want to touch any more than he had to.
Oh, yeah, duh. You're right. You're 100% right. Can anyone remember, because I thought I remember Kaylee contacting Jack. She did contact Jack, but it wasn't like during this time. So I believe the very last text message was like 2:58 or something a.m. So there was like a whole time before this even happened of nothing between her and Jack. So I don't think that, I mean, and again, no, because the crime they say it had to be committed, not had to, but they believe it was committed between 4 and 4:20. So that would take Jack out of the picture altogether. Tripp says, there are so many rational explanations for everything. I believe each person was incapacitated when they were attacked, probably going to find out that there was blunt force trauma. Oh my gosh, Tripp, that's so funny that, not funny, that's the wrong word. Ironic that you say that, because remember when me, you, and Jeff were talking about it as well? We were talking about how Bundy, and you even said it, how Bundy knocked at least one, knocked his victims out, and maybe he could have done so here too. I believe that could be true. And that could also be why we didn't hear noise, because there was that element of surprise, like you were saying, right? And then, he like hits them real quick or knocks them out real quick. And then everything goes from there. Don't you agree? Truth, because you're the one that even said about the element of surprise.
No, I don't believe that someone would, when their weapon of choice is a knife, they're not going to bludgeon somebody before they stab them.
Even
he knew what vital organs to hit. He took kickboxing for a while. He knew.
Let me ask you a question. This is a little bit gruesome.
To inflict with that knife, to where they would not, they medically wouldn't be able to scream.
Well, that's what my question is. So if you get hit in the lungs, can you scream or no?
No.
So if you get hit in either lung, you don't scream. If you get The voice
Yeah,
box.
if you
won't
get a
scream.
throat cut, you won't be able to scream. As soon as your vocal cords are wet, you're not going to be able to scream.
Or either lung.
Yeah,
So
or
he
a
was
liver shot. Have you ever seen somebody take a liver shot
no,
in either in boxing or UFC? Yeah,
no,
you
but
won't
can't you
scream
die
then
from a
either.
spleen shot
It's
too?
like it's like getting the wind knocked out of you. So how are you going to be able to scream? And by the time you do catch your breath, they've already stabbed you 3 or 4 more times.
And probably in places like
knocking someone out is not a guarantee that you're going to knock somebody out the first time you hit them. It's harder to knock somebody out than you think it is. I'm not going to risk missing my chance to make
that's a good point.
a mortal blow with knocking someone out first. That doesn't make sense. That's like putting down a gun to go for a knife. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's a really good point, actually.
I don't see how that makes any sense.
Kat says, yeah, maybe he wanted it to look like the boyfriend, that it came from him. So that was like what you were saying about the knife thing. And then a puddle of blood will start to smell after a while, but not at the temperature that was there. I agree with you, Texas. Jeff, we were just talking about you. Hi, friend. So I've always said, while we all thought it was one of the jacks, law enforcement said, hold my beer. I love you. You're funny, Jeff. Texas, doesn't matter what it smells like. Wait, doesn't matter what it smells like to you or me. And then we have, as far as the smell, the girls could have acclimated to the smell during the night. Duh. You guys, haven't you ever watched the Febreze? Oh my God, that was so smart. Have you ever watched the Febreze commercial where they talk about being nose blind? That's like a real thing.
And they could have put
So
off that smell.
slept over the night. Yeah, they could have became nose blind to it.
They could have put that smell off as it was the dog. Somebody didn't let the dog out too. You know?
Oh, Trip, if you're one of my students, you would get extra credit for that. That's a good one. That's a really good one. And we talk about sensation and perception a lot. And think about it. Another thing, like when you go into a dark room, right, and you shut the lights out right away, it takes a couple seconds for your eyes to adjust. Same thing when you turn a light on. And especially if you have light eyes, it's going to hurt your eyes for a second, but then they adjust. So the same thing happens with smell. You are so smart. You get extra credit for that. So I think it was Bethany on the phone. Oh, what do you guys think? Oh, Texas agrees with Trip. Okay, all right. So Jeff says there's definitely knowledge of a guy in the house around 4 a.m. The call just wasn't the time to discuss it. I know. Doesn't that suck though, Jeff, that they said that though, that like she was like, can I just pretty much tell you what's going on? And it just sucks that she wasn't able to, but I also understand because the operator, like hindsight's 2020, the operator didn't know at the time that, they were already deceased. Like I'm sure if the operator knew that there was no coming back with the defibrillator, she would have said, okay, tell me everything. So I do agree with that. And again, could you imagine the lawsuit if somebody was alive and the operator didn't have them? Like there's just so many different things, ethically, all of it. So I do understand why she didn't, but I wish she would have let her talk. Dylan was into true crime and fell asleep to it every day. Actually, Kat, that's a good point though. So listen to this. So just like you become nose blind, when it comes to true crime stuff, sometimes you become scared, but then you rationalize it because you remind yourself that you're not living in true crime. And again, the chances of this happening, right? And hopefully this never happens to anybody we know, any of us, you know what I mean? But so the chances of this happening are slim to none. So that could have been just another reason why Dylan rationalized the things that she heard and saw, because she probably thought to herself, like, this is just like your true crime. Like in other words, this is why I'm thinking this, like, no, it can't be. Let me just lock the door. Now, she does say on the thing when her and Bethany are going back and forth that she's scared when Bethany tells her to run downstairs. But we know that she does. So she does eventually go downstairs. So Delby Rush, laugh out loud. That was one of my other accounts. I have. Oh, okay. The vacuum cleaner attachment is about the same size as a K-bar. That's what True said. Yep. And I think you guys are right about that, about
As soon as I
Her-
heard vacuum cleaner, I was sitting there thinking, the tool you get in the corners with are the vacuum cleaner and a kill bag. If that was in the same hand, that was exactly why she thought it was a vacuum cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
Because the keyboard blade is black.
Gotcha. Yep. And wait, I posted a pic of a K-bar next to my vacuum cleaner attachment. Well, where the hell is it, Jeff? Let's look at it. Let's go to Jeff's. Let's
He
see.
posted about an hour
I didn't see you guys. I've been at work. This is
after we were discussing it in Salty's, because I think Salty was wondering, did Bryan carry an MVAC in there? And I was like, no. She thought that was a crevice tool.
gotcha. Well, I want to see this picture that Jeff H put up. All right, Jeff, I'm on your thing. Where would it be in your post? I can't see what he's saying, so tell me what he said. All right, let me see. Oh my gosh, what is that, Jeff? What the fuck? Hold on, you guys. I'm going to let you see what I'm looking at. Jeff, if you want to come up, I'll throw the link in the chat. You're always more than welcome. I like when us three, like, we all have, like, similar views, and I feel like, and even Nina, I don't know where the hell
I
Nina's
heard
at.
the only one that was bludgeoned was Kaylee.
Hi, RI housewife. No one knows for sure who made those calls, just that they were made from Kaylee and Maddie's phone. Wait, what? Oh, are you talking about the ones to the boyfriend? And then the front door. Oh, PKC. Hi. Oh my gosh. All of the friends are here tonight. I'm so excited. But wait, let's look at Jeff's fucked up picture. Not that he did this. Yeah, this obviously has nothing to do with Jeff. But I didn't even get to the other thing because I saw this. Jeff, what the fuck is this? What's happening right now? When's this from? And why did we post this? Isn't this going to, like, spread the conspiracy theories? I don't think it was a service tool, just that the knife may have looked like a service tool in the dark. Okay, so Jeff, where's the other thing? Do I keep scrolling down? Here it goes. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And you know what, you guys? Jeff, you have that one. But if you take this head off right here, you know how they have the other one where it, like, stops right here and it's for, like, you get the corners and stuff of the room. I'm wondering if, because mine is a little bit longer. How long is the K-bar? Wait, in my house, I ran to the garage and didn't leave till the next day. So wait, I was watching the Idaho stuff 2 days ago, and a man came to my door in a ski mask at night and banged and ran. Later, I called the police. Then at 2 a.m., I heard a crash noise because something fell in the house. I ran to the garage until the next day. Thank you for sharing that, Kat. And that just goes to show you guys, right, that it is possible that people could get that scared. And you know what I mean? That people could get that scared and not come out of the garage for the rest of the night. So, you know, being afraid is a real thing. I don't know. It's part of Ian's fire stick. Oh, that's funny, Blackhawk. Yeah, what do you guys, I don't know, that, you know. So 7-inch blade, 4.5-inch handle. So about 11.8 inches long. So about a ruler size. Meanwhile, you can tell I'm a teacher. So it's about the size of a 12-inch ruler. I wonder how long the vacuum attachment is on my vacuum. I'm thinking it's about that long. And I have to be honest with you, it looks just like that K-bar. It does. So let's see. Let's listen to a little bit more of this real quick while we watch or look at Jeff's thing.
I'll talk to you guys. We live at the White, so we're next to them.
I need someone to repeat the address for verification.
11:55 a.m. 42 seconds, November 13, 2022.
Just in case anybody's just coming
911
in.
location of your emergency.
Hi, something is happening. Something happened in our house. We don't know what.
What is the address of the emergency?
1122.
Yeah, you guys She didn't know shit.
What is the rest of the address?
Oh, Kings Road.
Okay. And is that a house or an apartment?
It's a house.
Can you repeat the address to make sure that I have it right?
I'll talk to you guys. We live at the White, so we're next to them.
I need someone to repeat the address for verification.
The address, 1122 King Road.
And what's the phone number that you're calling from?
437-31.
Was that the phone number?
And tell me exactly what's going on.
One of the roommates is passed out, and she was drunk last night, and she's not waking up.
Okay.
Oh, and they saw some man in their house last night. Yeah.
By the way.
Sorry,
And are you with the patient? Okay, I need someone to keep the phone, stop passing it around.
Can I just tell you what happened pretty much?
What is going on currently? Is someone passed out right now?
I don't really know, but pretty much at 4 a.m.
Okay, I need to know what's going on right now if someone is passed out. Can you find that out?
Yeah, I'll come. Come on, but we gotta go check. But we have to. Is she passed out? What's wrong? She's not waking up.
Yeah. Okay, one moment. I'm getting help started that way.
Okay, thank you.
Again, who do we think this was? Kat, I'm glad that it was an 18-year-old playing not Kaylee. Poor Kaylee. Why do you guys think she said that at that time?
Okay, and how old is she?
She's 20.
20, you said?
Yeah, 20 here.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Okay, I need someone to stop passing the phone around because I've talked to 4 different people.
Okay, sorry, they just gave me the phone.
Is she breathing?
Hello?
Is she breathing?
No.
Okay.
Bethany, Dylan, I need you to talk to them, okay? I can't talk to them, I need you to talk to them.
Hello.
Okay. I have already sent the ambulance and law enforcement. Stay on the line. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
Say that again. There's a police here right now.
Okay. If there is a defibrillator available, send someone to get it now and tell me when you have it.
We don't have it. I think yes. Do you have a defibrillator? Yes, we have one.
Are you talking to the officer?
Wait, real quick, you guys. Did they say what was it? Did they say where's Kaylee? Did anybody hear that part? Oh no, she said poor Kaylee. That's what she said. She said poor Kaylee. Poor Kaylee. That's so sad, you guys. But listen, so Christy, so let's bring it here. So Christy said in that interview that they were watching football and a neighbor next to the student's house called and said Kaylee was dead. Must be the girl who took the phone and gave the phone number. That's so sad, isn't it, you guys? And you guys all have to remember too, now these people are like completely traumatized. Even the police officers, like not people like you, like us, like we're obviously all interested in true crime. So we all think of these things, but people don't always take into consideration all the people that wind up getting post-traumatic stress disorder just from seeing some of these things. And then you have other officers that maybe live in area, like in Philadelphia where I grew, I don't know, that see so much crime that they become desensitized to it. But from what we know, these officers, there hadn't been a homicide there in 7 years. So, and isn't the lead officer, wasn't he on the squad for 2 years? That's it. So they probably have never seen anything like this. So let's just end by remembering, because I don't want to stay on too long. I know there's other people going live. This is an exciting thing, and I'm going to end my live now. But I want to leave just saying thank you to all of you, first of all. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because I'm not monetized. So liking and subscribing is how I get out there. So that would be very nice of you if you would do that for me. But also, let's keep in mind Xana, Ethan, Kaylee, and Madison, and their families, and the cops, and the first responders, and all those other things. And then thank you, Texas. And then to end it on like a lighter note, my daughter Ava is 17, and she decided she wants to become a mortician. So I think I told you in an email or something that she got a shirt made and it says, "My day starts when your day ends." I was like, that's crazy. And then now she's going to get another one that says, "Last responder." Wait, last responder, stop. I was like, that's messed up. Who says that? Like, who even thinks like that? Last responder. Okay. But thank you, Black Hawk, for being here. Thank you, Texas. Thank you, Kat. Thank you so much, Truth. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And hopefully I'll see you guys in somebody else's chat in a few minutes. I think Kelly's going live over at What's the Obsession, I think. Or is Nina going live? Someone's going live. I don't know. But hopefully we'll all see each other in a few minutes in somebody else's live. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. And thank you, Truth. I appreciate you.